Hello and welcome to episode 76 of my Salem tutorial series. I have decided to make this the last episode on Salem as I've had a good run, as you can see, getting this far with the episodes, and as we all know, all good things must come to an end, usually a disastrous, horrible end, so I will end this series whilst I'm ahead. Before it comes to that, I just wanted to finish though by showing that I have got my humours past 100 and am now heading towards 150. So I thought, why not finish this series by showing what foods I'm growing, which foods I'm cooking, and then gobbling in order to get these humours up here that you can see on my way to 150. So you can see all the blood, phlegm and yellow biles are all 105. My black bile is 103, so I'm going to do my black bile again to get it to 105. So let's show you how easy it is to get to 104 in my black bile. Now the main two foods which I'm using to get all of them to 105 is the garlic stuffed mushrooms, using the sugar caps, which is these white mushrooms here, and I'm also going to gobble the autumn delights, which you use hickory nuts to make. So let's first of all show you them two foods in action. So up here you can see I'm ready to gobble, and I'm going to try to get to 100. I am going to get to 104 with my black bile. So let's click this fork. Okay, so now usually 90% of the time when you gobble mushroom it'll drop to 10%, but if it ever doesn't do that, then gobble another mushroom, because they are by far the easiest to make. The garlic stuffed mushrooms. The autumn delights are also easy, but you have to first bake them before you can gobble them, so they're just a little bit more, finicky. Anyway, so let's do this. Let's eat a mushroom. Perfect. It didn't come up with the 10%, so I'll simply gobble another mushroom because I've got an abundance of them. The only thing is though, you'll notice that it could well do my phlegm when I gobble the second mushroom, but I'm not too worried because I am trying to get them all to 150 anyway. So let's just see what happens. So there we go. Good, I got my black bile up to 104. Because it's the garlic stuffed mushrooms and I only ate 2 of them, I only have to wait 30 minutes before I can gobble some more. And that's the other good reason for using the autumn delights. They are 15 minutes as well. So normally when you gobble one mushroom and one autumn delight, you then have to wait 30 minutes before you can gobble again. So really quick, and that's the quickest foods that I found. And these will see me through easily to 150, because I've also got froggettis that I can eat, which will also give me another 40 plus into my black bile. Okay, so let's look at the foods then for making them. Excuse me. For the garlic mushrooms, you're going to need 2 of the chosen mushrooms. So let's pick 2 of the sugar caps. So there. In fact, I got 3 from that picking, so that's all I needed to do was pick that, because I need 2 to make the garlic mushrooms, and of course I need some garlic, so let's pick some garlic, and I got 3 from that. Cool. So I've got the 2 of each that I needed: 2 garlic, 2 sugar caps. Okay, so that will get me a garlic mushroom, which will do my phlegm and my black bile. For the blood humour and for the yellow bile, we will use these over here. So let's pick some. Okay, so we're going to be using the lobster mushrooms. Now for that as well, we're going to need 2 garlic, that is why you will see that I've got one row of lobster mushrooms and one row of sugar caps, but I've got 2 rows for the garlic, simply because you'll use 2 garlic and 2 lobsters mushrooms, 2 garlic and 2 sugar caps. So just to balance that out, I did an extra row of garlic. So let's pick some more garlic. There we go, plenty of garlic to do both of them. Okay, that's for the garlic mushrooms. Now, or if I bring it up, the garlic stuffed mushrooms. So there we go, you can see, need 2 mushrooms, 2 garlic. Job done on that. The next food is the Autumn Delight. For that, you're going to need to plant these. So let's pick some to show you. So you're going to need the lavender bluet. Now you can see that I've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 26 in total I've planted there. Sometimes I'll pick 3, other times just 2, but that's more than enough for now, although I probably will do a few more rows, 6 more, and constantly grow them. Okay, so we need 1 of them for the Autumn Delight, and we need 2 grass. So let's pick some grass. If I bring the recipe up just to show you, so the bluets, the Autumn Delights are under nuts, and they're up here, Autumn Delight. You see I need 2 grass, 1 bluet and 2 nuts. Now the nuts depends on what humour you want to raise, because there are 4 different types of nuts. So let's go and grab some of them. Okay. Excuse me. Right, okay, so I keep them all over here in these large urns. Okay, so here's the first nut that you can use with the Autumn Delight. You can use the pine nuts. Now you need to use 2. It needs 2 nuts, okay? And remember, by using 2 of the same type of nut, you will only do that particular humour. In this case, for the pine nuts, you will observe that it's the yellow humour. So if I make a Autumn Delight using pine nuts, I will get an increase for my yellow bile. For this example though, let's do my blood. That's a good one, isn't it, to do? Okay, so that's the yellow bile, pine nuts. The next nut is the hickory nut, which you will observe does the black bile. So if I wanted to make a Autumn Delight to do my black bile, I would use 2 of these hickory nuts that you can easily find. Okay, that's the black. Next, we have the myrtle oak acorns. You will observe they do your phlegm, which is your blue humour up here. Okay, so to do the blue Autumn Delight, you need 2 of these myrtle oak acorns. That gets you your blue humour food. And lastly, we have, of course, the stray chestnuts. As you can see, they're what do your blood humour. So let's open this up. Let's grab a couple of these. Okay, so I've got 2 of the nuts, which are necessary. Let's now craft that. Notice you don't need to be near a fire or anything. Okay, that's now made a unbaked Autumn Delight. What you now do with that, if we go to the campfire, that's what you need to use. Right click on the base, so the bottom bit, to bring that up. And you can see I've already cooked a load in here, which I've used the hickory nuts. Are they all black? Yeah. Okay, so that's 4 of them. What you do, put in your unbaked into the campfire. Obviously have the fuel in there, light it. Takes a long time for the ashes to accumulate before it will start baking this, and then you'll have the autumn delight. For doing the garlic stuffed mushrooms, let's pick some branches. Okay, that should be enough. Let's go in here. Okay, let's put these all in the stove. Okay, let's get some fuel for that, or a tinder I should say. And where we go, it's going to start failing. Okay, so let's find the recipe for the garlic stuffed mushrooms. Okay, remember, you want to take out, you do not want more than one type of mushroom in your inventory when you do this. So the best thing to do, find a container where you can drop one type of the mushrooms into that container so they don't get mixed up. So I'm going to put my sugar caps in there. That just leaves me the lobster mushrooms, so I won't by mistake use the wrong mushroom in making this food. Let's now go to the stove and craft. Okay, and it's using 2 of the lobster mushrooms, and there we go. So I've now got a garlic stuffed mushroom. Oh, I must have had another mushroom in my pocket that I didn't see. Okay, it didn't use both of them, so I completely failed on that, because what it's done is it's combined the mushrooms. I must have had another mushroom that I didn't see. But if you use 2 of the lobster mushrooms, it increases your yellow bile and your blood bile. But if you mix the mushrooms like what's happened here, then you'll get a bit of all of them, which I prefer just to stick to the 2 types. Anyway, there we are. That's the last episode. I hope you've enjoyed the series. I've really pretty much covered a lot of information in this game, and I've really enjoyed playing it, and I shall still play it. In fact, maybe I'll do a special episode in the future if I ever manage to get to some extreme number in my humours or something else. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.